After my recent video about generating AI photos of myself, the founder of Headshotly AI got in touch, asked me to check out his platform, which does a similar thing. So thank you very much for providing me with access. I've been given 2 training credits. I've used one of them already, and I'll show you quickly how you train it up. It's pretty simple, same as a lot of these platforms, but just take a look at some of these examples. They look fantastic, look really cool. There's 2 different model types. You can train it to do professional photos or creative photos. You can see these look very good. Really, I mean, I don't know what the person looks like, but these do look like great photos that you could use in promo materials on LinkedIn. There's lots of good examples there. So before I show you some of the stuff that I've already been playing with and how I've been using Tasia with this as well, let's train a new model. Now, I was going to train it on someone else, but I hadn't realized that there was 2 different modes. And so really, you possibly need 2 credits per person, 2 training credits per person, because one of the credits would go to professional mode, one will go to creative mode. So I'm a man, select a man. Do I want professional? I've trained it on professional. So let's go with creative. Select hairstyle. So I'm going to put in bald. I'm going to say Mark creative, just so I know that's the mode. I should have put Mark professional on the last one. Then it gives you some photo guidelines. It's all the usual stuff. You need to make sure you've got your face, it's high quality, natural expression, professional settings, variety of angles, don't kind of block it off, all that kind of good stuff. And then you upload your photos. So to train the model takes 10, 15 minutes, at least it did on the first one I did. Once it's trained, you get dropped into this photo area and it will have pre-generated some for you. I had 200 credits. You can see I've been playing with this. I need to play with it some more, but I'm impressed with what we've got. So let me just show you some of these. So that's pretty good, pretty good. I did used to wear a suit a lot, so it's a bit strange looking at me in a suit again. I've not worn one for a while, but I think it's managed to capture me far better overall than many other platforms do. It's got a higher success rate. Quite often I'd have to discard quite a few photos and I'd still be left with some good ones from other platforms, but this one seems to be overall quite good. Just wanted to pause on this one just because I like that it's got some people in the background who are looking at me, probably having a little laugh that I'm not wearing any socks, something I would never do. Otherwise, I would have quite liked that photo. Maybe if I just crop that bit, then it would work quite well. So we've got some good ones with lighting. Now they don't all fully look like me. I don't know if in one of the photos I'd put a bit of weight on. Some have made me look a bit fat, but there we go. Maybe it's trying to tell me something. But overall, these are looking really good. Now a lot of these are in suits and ties, which I don't really wear anymore. So it was good to see this sort of Steve Jobs photo shoot. There's Fat Mark again. I don't know what's going on there. That's pretty good on in an art gallery. So that's kind of spat out a load of photos. To create photos, you just come to create custom headshots. You select your model. You can select, there's only 2 styles, default and Gibby. You've got restrictive mode that helps ensure the images maintain professional standards. And you can type in your prompt or you can do image to image. That's one thing I've been exploring recently. How would you like to be dressed? And then you've got these different options. So a lot of good options, and it's 1 image per credit. So I can generate 171 images. I typically will generate 2 or 3 per prompt because I find that gives you at least 1 really good usable image, and I just ignore the others. So what have I been up to? So you can see I'm using pro mode, but I didn't want to be in a suit. You may recognize a couple of these because I have been using them on YouTube. So let's just have a quick look. So this first set, I was generating a thumbnail for Get Terms, a recent video I did. I thought it looked pretty good, and it was this one I ended up using, and I then just replaced that screen with an image of Get Terms, and that was the thumbnail. I thought it looked really good, really professional. Saves me having to set up cameras and try and get the lighting right, and that's my main use case, is actually just YouTube thumbnails. These ones, you'll see I'm all wearing the same coloured shirt and kind of pointing at the screen, and that's because I was trying image to image, and I'll show you that in a second. So as you can see, some turn out better than others. Here, I'm not sure what's going on with the crab hand. It's not quite right, otherwise that could have been a good one. Chubby Cheeks man's back. I was trying to generate myself as a lawyer for another project I was looking at. It hasn't quite worked out. I look more like I'm in a choir. that one I thought was excellent. That could be more of a profile shot. Same with this one. So a few more casual shots are possible, even if you're training it using the Pro mode. What is image to image? And why, and this is a good example of it actually, and why am I using this with Tasia? What's the Tasia link? Well, if you don't know Tasia, it's a tool, I don't know if it's still on AppSumo, to help you optimize videos, but it also happens to be able to generate suggested thumbnails. So here's an example. I'm in Tasia now. This is the thumbnail I've actually got on the video, but if we scroll all the way down, you can see it's generated other thumbnails, and quite often they'll never feature me because it doesn't have the option to train it on a model of yourself. But what these give you is ideas. So let's say this one here looks pretty cool. Let's get this one. I'm going to download it, and I'm going to use this as the prompt in Headshotly. So we come to custom headshots. Oh, the creative one's ready. Okay, well, maybe I'll try that. So I've not actually seen what that does yet. We've then got image to image. So I'm going to select the image I've just downloaded, add that in. I'm going to leave everything else. We'll put it on 2. We'll put it on 16 by 9 because I want a YouTube thumbnail, and we'll hit generate professional headshots. So it's now going to take the thumbnail idea, and I know there are a few tools out there that can generate thumbnail ideas. So, you don't have to get Tasia if there's other ones, or maybe you could use ChatGPT to come up with the idea, but then use Headshotly to refine it and actually place you in the thumbnail. One thing I've noticed is the Pro mode doesn't do very well with things that aren't realistic, like floating holograms. So it converted a lot of the Tasia images into real life situations of me with a laptop or a desktop, and that was fine. I was quite happy with the results there. So let's have a little look. So we've got me against the thing with thumbs up, and then what's going on here? It's made me very fat. I don't know why it likes to give me a fat head. Now I think it's got the 59 from the thumbnail. So I wouldn't use these in particular, but you can see what I'm going for here. And this might be because I'm trying it with creative mode. Let's try the normal one that I've done. See again, it's got 59, so that must have been on the other one. I see for some reason it keeps making me look like I've got fat arms, but that's probably to do with the pictures. Now that's a much better one, isn't it? We've got the cool lighting in the background, me in a shirt pointing at a screen, and I can go into Photoshop and I could replace that screen with the screen of the tool I was reviewing. So that is one I would now download and make use of in real life. In fact, I might do that after I've finished recording the video. Now, before going to take a look at the creative photos, I just wanted to experiment with this. I've not actually tried this yet. Use image for video. So here's a prompt. I've gone with 5-second video of a charismatic influencer demonstrating a new software package on his computer. Start with a wide shot, zooming in, a close-up of the screen, and then about the lighting. 5 seconds, generate video. Let's see what happens. This is the first time I've tried this. It looks like it's going to take a while because we can leave the page and check your video later. So let's go check out some of the other features. So we've got virtual try on. You can select a photo from the gallery. Virtual try on. Let's use Mr. No Shoes. And so he's in quite a cool t-shirt and suit jackets combo. Let's change that to whatever this is. And there we go. It's done a really good job. So it's given me the same image, but with a different top on. So that's the virtual try on. You've also got upscale image. If you've got images that you need to be a higher resolution, you can bob them into here and upscale them. Let's head back to the shots. So this is now the creative model I've just trained. Here we go. So let's have a little look. So me randomly taking 2 selfies. Okay, that's a pretty good one. I like that one. For fire looks great. It doesn't look as much like me as I would like, but it's a good photo. Happy birthday, everybody. Yeah, me cooking. Yeah, that's very accurate. Not sure about these rubber gloves next to fire, but okay. Hey, me as a Jedi. So if you watch my other video, you'll know I did generate myself as a Jedi in that tool too. In fact, I'll find it and put it on screen. Have a look which one you like. Never ridden a horse in my life, but that is really good of me, actually. I like that. I do tend to squint in the sun, so that's pretty accurate. Oh, these are great. Okay, I have to hats off to the developer. Creative mode is very creative. I would not think to do some of these. These are fantastic examples of what you can generate. Again, I need to check the photos. I don't think I've got a fat face in any of the photos. And there must be one that's maybe slightly odd. Indiana Jones style, Baywatch style. That cool dude from the 70s who paints style. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I like that one. Okay, fair play. Right, I could look at these all day. These are hilarious. Hogwarts style. Oh, okay. So fair play. This is a great set of creative photos. I've not seen anything like this. And the hit rate, again, is very good. I'm not saying I would use many of these, and there are a few. There are a few duds, but there we go. Now here's the thing: I get quite bad vertigo, so I might send that to my brother, who's always laughing at me for falling over when I get up high. I mean, these I don't know how many it's generated. Oh, video's now ready as well. But these are really good. It's generated loads of them. So that is a great selection. I'm really, really happy with those. How many credits have I got left? 165 credits. Right, let's go check out the video. Wow, that is really good. That is very good. Now, look, I didn't give it many directions, but look at the reflective light. It's got that in. It's got the lights in the background. That is very good. I'm very interested to see what the devs do with generative videos, as it looks like they've got a really interesting take on it. It seemed to work very well. How do you get hold of this? I mean, this is a great tool. They do have a lifetime deal on. Affiliate link down below. It looks like at the time of review, it's not going to last for very long. You can get the starter plan for $65, and it goes all the way up to lifetime Olympus at $3,000. I did actually ask the devs, and they have sold some of these plans, and I can see why, because if you are in an industry where you can make money from this, you could get your money back on this very quickly. 35,000 photos and 500 different people means, imagine if you charge $100 per person to get a set of photos, and then, every time they want more photos generating, you could be making a lot of money from this if you're in that kind of position. Now, the lifetime deal comes with a set of credits. You need them to generate photos, to train, to do upscaling, to do the videos. What happens when your lifetime plan credit balance runs out? Because they're one-time use, they're not recurring. I can totally understand that from the dev's point of view. You've got two options here. You can either provide recurring credits, but then risk the running out of cash and the tool shutting down, or you can have a lifetime access to the tool where you're not paying monthly, but that you buy add-on packs, and that makes sure that the tool is sustainable. And they've chosen to take this second route, which I totally respect. And actually, the image credits, not actually too bad. $5 gets you 30 credits. That's 30 photos. You can go up to 90 photos, 90 credits for $15. That's pretty reasonable. If you're then using, maybe get 10 really good ones, sell them to your clients, you could easily turn that into quite a nice little money machine. If you want to generate videos, well, at the moment it's $15 for 20 credits and up to $60 for 100 credits. And as you saw, if we go back to video generation, 5 seconds is 1 credit, 10 seconds is 2 credits. So just keep in mind, depending on what you want to use this for, you are going to have to do some ongoing payments for the various credit packs. If you want to check this out yourself, I'll put an affiliate link down below. Now here's a few more of the videos I generated from the creative photos.